That's my bad. I totally forgot to add it to our own fucking show. But here we are, Scoreboard Addicts podcast. I'm Nick. With me, as always, Anthony the Rook in the house.
What's going on, everyone?
It's been a week of ups and downs this week.
Been a tough week. It's very busy for me. I'm more late because of me, so I apologize. It's just a crazy week. And I wanted to showcase this little guy.
What the fuck?
You know what it is?
That's the Ewok, and you're upsetting a large chunk of our fan base.
Why?
Upside down fucking stormtrooper helmet, but it's like a smiley face at the same time.
Because that's the end of the movie of Return of the Jedi. One of them sit inside the helmet of a dead stormtrooper. You remember that?
I get that, but do you not see the smiley face?
Oh my god, it does look like a smiley face. This actually looks like, oh my god, what the hell, Disney? They definitely did that on purpose, right?
They did that on purpose. It's not like that in the movie.
No, of course it's not like that in the movie. Look how happy he looks. It looks like he's a different character. It's a different. I see the smiley
helmety.
It took me a second. It really took me a second. I see the smiley face. That's really actually kind of creepy. Now you know what? Now I hate this thing. I can't believe I bought it. I'm gonna take the Ewok out of the helmet. Jesus, that's
annoying. I hate this thing.
I love it because I was like, oh, it's so cute, little Ewok inside of the helmet, just like the movie. And then now when I look at it, it does look like a smiley face. Looks like Figment. It looks like Figment's smiley face. You know, Figment.
I'm trying to find the video, like the picture of the Ewok sitting in the stormtrooper helmet.
Yeah, my hair is really high on one side today. I don't know what's wrong with my hair today.
Full Jimmy Neutron.
That's like Jimmy Neutron are like Ace Ventura and like Conan O'Brien all together.
Oh my god, Conan O'Brien, where his hair like fucking moves.
It is actually moving a little bit.
Let's you know what? It's early. I'm a little tired and my ice is melting. So let's just straight get into it.
Whiskey of the week.
You know, it's race season right now. I don't know if people follow the race season, like for horse racing.
Yeah.
Because we're going down to Louisville for my bachelor party. I've taken a small interest in the. Andrew says he sees a smiley face.
Oh yeah, I just showed that.
Oh, did you? Wow,
yeah.
That's. I'm telling you, Rook hates happy things. Can tell you're a New York fan. That's factual.
Well, they don't give me happy things to be cheerful about.
That's
the Rangers. I mean, the Rangers are on the Eastern Conference. All right. Rangers have a nice little playoff run. The Knicks sort of had a playoff run, but everything
they giveth, but they taketh away. They giveth, but they taketh away.
Yeah, I mean, look. I mean, who's playoff team could lay a goose egg like the Rangers just do in the middle of a playoff series, like Game 5 last time and Game 1 of this series already. So it's frustrating. Trust me. Not as happy as people think it is.
It's race season. Kentucky Derby was what, 2 weeks ago? The 4th, the weekend of the 4th.
Yeah, it was early May. Yeah, first week Saturday, early May, and last weekend was the
Preakness.
Preakness, yeah.
And in 2 weeks, we have the Belmont, which is actually not being ran at the Belmont. They're going to run it up at Saratoga because Belmont Racetrack out in Elmont, New York. Yes, Belmont Racetrack is in Elmont. It's under renovation, so they moved it to Saratoga Springs, which is also a very, very nice, if not old, a very nice racetrack. Very nice.
Yeah, I've been there before. Very nice.
All that I have as well. I went there last summer on a work team building event. Actually, no, I take it back. I just want to clarify, it was not a team building event. We went to a museum of history as the team building event. After the museum of history that we went to, my boss said, half day, I'm going to Saratoga Springs Racetrack. You can come if you want. And everybody went. That it was not we did not go gambling and drinking for a team building event. We were released for the day. Just clarifying. Yeah, all that being said, as a gift, because my birthday is next week, my fiance got me Woodford Reserve Kentucky Derby 150.
I actually saw that at the. There was somebody on TikTok, a bourbon guy on TikTok, who actually got backstage into the or VIP. I'm sorry, VIP treatment at the Kentucky Derby, and he was tasting that Woodford Reserve special Kentucky Derby. So that's pretty cool. You got that.
Yeah, it's actually we tried it the other day. It was pretty good. I'm gonna give it another taste here on Live video.
Trying to tame this a little bit.
It's thinner. It's much thinner than your traditional Woodford Reserve.
Oh, that's nice. I like it. Woodford's a good solid bourbon.
Yeah, so Woodford usually you drink it and it's very viscous. It coats, as TJ would say, it coats the palate. And it sticks. It stays with you. Andrew says, "Ooh, that's a good one." So Woodford usually sticks with you. It's got that thickness that you'll get with most whiskeys, where you kind of still have the aftertaste for a bit. But this is actually very like thin. It doesn't have that same thickness where you're just like, okay, it's almost like rum where it evaporates very quickly.
Yeah, interesting. I would say I have a whiskey, but unfortunately, I do not.
The audacity of this man.
I forgot that. Not that I forgot. I read up quick because I forgot what time it was, and I didn't get a chance. You sometimes have a bottle of bourbon in here.
So what would you be drinking if you if you did have a bottle with you right now?
Well, I don't have a bottle, but what was it, yesterday? We were after the Ranger game, our post game that we do after every Ranger game, win or lose, except if one of us are away on vacation. I drink the Tip Top, the whiskey old fashions that comes.
I love that. TJ hates it. I love it.
The Tip Top, yeah. It was don't tame the hell. Hey, listen, I'm trying to. It's not really much. It's not really budget anyway. So it's got.
By the way, I just want to say I love the guys over at Divots and Pivots.
They're the best. They are the best.
Catch their show. If you're into golf, catch Divots and Pivots. I'm sure they got a lot to say about Scotty Scheffler. And
catch Andrew on TikTok. His TikToks are really funny. He does like I don't know if he does every morning, but I know he does probably every weekend for like golf. And he always has like these funny skits about trying to play golf. He said the most recent one was actually really funny. He said, I told my girlfriend sex or golf. Well, let me play golf. And then he comes back like 5 minutes later and he's like, damn, I thought I'd play golf. It's a good one. So check him out. Andrew's really funny. He does those good morning wood. He calls it morning wood, which is funny.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, weekend mornings called morning wood. Yeah, it's really good. Check it out on TikTok. If you haven't followed, it's very funny stuff. I always like it. I try to like it as much as I can. So
Divots and Pivots on Wednesdays.
Yeah, what is it Wednesday?
Right, they're the day before us. Today's Thursday. So it's Wednesday.
He's probably gonna write it right now.
He's gonna say what it is.
He's gonna correct this. Oh, he said thanks, guys. Yeah, no problem, Andrew.
It's Tuesdays.
I thought it was Tuesdays. Yeah, because
I've been watching it on Wednesdays.
I usually tune in around Tuesdays. I see you guys.
Our buddies at 3-Peat, I think they're on Wednesdays at like 9 or 8.
Oh, yeah.
But
anyway, I would have been drinking.
What would you be drinking?
I would have been drinking the Tip Top probably still, but I have been drinking. Well,
that's viscous. That Tip Top is viscous.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's got a little thickness to it. Like it's almost. It might be from the sugar. It might be from the sugar.
It's from the sugar and the bitters, I think. Right.
But it's got some thickness to it.
Yeah, it does have thickness to it. But I probably would have been drinking that. Last week I had my Yellowstone, and TJ ruined my mood by telling me it was Indiana bourbon. So I would have been drinking Yellowstone. I'd probably been drinking one of my Penelopes. I got a Penelope Toasted, Penelope New Jersey edition, and Penelope Rose Cask. So if you don't like, if you want to try new whiskey, try out, or bourbon, sorry, try out Penelope. They have every Penelope one tastes very good, whether it be the low end price around, I think it's about $30. And then the higher end ones, $40, $50, $60. Check it out, though. It's very good.
Yeah, that Tip Top stuff, though, you were drinking yesterday. I drank that by accident on a trip to Florida to visit my parents like 3 years ago. Yeah, and the can was the can's fucking this big. The can looks so small. Andrew says Penelope is good. It's very underrated.
Yeah, I agree.
The can is like this small. And you look at the can of Tip Top and you're like, there's no way that's a shot. That's not a drink. That's a shot. And then you open the can, you put an ice cube in a glass and you throw and it fills it up like it fills it up more than that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It's crazy.
And the can is very small. It's like probably like that.
It's the height of a shot glass.
You could like crush it like with just these two fingers, how small it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's some sort of weird magic they're doing there over at Tip Top that they're fitting more volume inside that can than I don't know what it is, but that can is short as all hell.
Yeah.
And you'll get a full drink out of that bad boy.
And from someone who's drank other because I like old fashioned. Sometimes I can't make them great at home with bitters and sugars, all that stuff. So I don't do it. I buy the pre-made ones and just taste it out. Out of the pre-made ones, Tip Top is really good. I have like the Bullet Bourbon one. That one's all right. I've also had the On the Rocks. They have it, make it with Knob Creek bourbon for their old fashioned. That one's pretty decent as well, but that's a little sugary. The Tip Top one though is like perfect, and the amount too is like and it gives you a little buzz too. The little amount they give you in there.
It's it's reasonably priced. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I think I got a 4-pack. I think I was selling a 4-pack was like $8 or something like that from where I was.
That's great. That's phenomenal. Like I'm looking on their site right now, and a 12-pack is $60. That's what $5 a drink.
Paid more than $8. I mean, I just assumed it was $8. Maybe it was more.
It's $5 a drink. Which if you're paying at a bar, it's $8 or $11 a drink. At least in the New York City area.
So maybe I've been 15 then. It might have been 15 for the 4 or something like that.
Even that's a good deal though.
It's still a good deal though because you're getting 3. Basically, if they're each $5 each, you're getting 3 for the. Getting buy 3 get 1 free.
Something like that. But yeah, Tip Top's dope. I like Tip Top, and they make more than just old fashions. They have like a whole assortment. I got their variety for like a party I was going to, and everybody raved. They were like, "Oh, we don't have to have like an extra bottle of something sitting around for 8 months that nobody's gonna drink."
Oh yeah, they make the like a 60-pack of like margaritas and
yeah, they do. They do like 18. They have 18. So it's old fashioned Manhattan, Negroni, Boulevardier. I've never even heard of Boulevardier. Boulevardier. Can't even say it.
Can't pronounce it.
They have martinis, like real martinis. I hate when people go, "Oh, it's a gin martini." No. A martini is gin. A vodka martini has vodka. A martini is gin. So if I say I want to
specify,
if I say I want a martini and you go, "What kind of vodka do you want?" I didn't ask for fucking vodka. I said I want a martini. All right. James Bond was like fucking that Vesper that has some vodka in it, but like a real martini is fucking gin and vermouth. All right.
Yep.
I hate when people are like, "Oh, I want a martini." What kind of vodka? Nobody asked for a vodka martini. All right. I'm a man. I don't drink fucking vodka. Vodka's for fucking women. I said it. Vodka's for women and Russians. That's it.
I mean, I drink vodka drinks every now and then. Get a little.
They have margaritas, espresso martinis, which my fiance would absolutely love. Jungle Bird. I don't know what it is, but the presentation is adorable. Bee's Knees. I fucking love Bee's Knees. Have you ever had Bee's Knees?
No, I never had that.
When you're sick, Bee's Knees is the fucking Bee's Knees.
I'm guessing there's honey in it, right?
Oh yeah, and lemon.
Oh,
it's almost like penicillin, but it's not penicillin.
Yeah, I know the penicillin, the drink, not the medicine. So.
Right, penicillin.
You feel the same way about white rum as you do vodka. No,
white rum is for mixed drinks. White rum is for daiquiris and fucking pina coladas and shit like that. I'll do a little Miami Vice.
You definitely appreciate white rum over vodka, though.
Absolutely, vodka has no fucking flavor. I'll drink rum all day long. Like, do I have any rum around here?
You had the rum the other day, the Bacardi from Puerto Rico that you bought.
You know, I might have a problem, dude. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bottles of liquor sitting next to me right now. Oh, I forgot about this little one. 7. Shit, I forgot there's a whole case.
White rums and lemonade.
9. On my desk alone, I have 9 sources of alcohol on my desk. This is good too, Diplomatica. That's good.
We've talked 0 ounces of sports so far.
All right, it's amazing. Hold on.
No, I like this.
Rums and lemonade slaps.
I want to hear more about the white rum. The white rum you were saying.
Oh, so yeah, white rum is fine if you're you can't drink white rum straight. That's my point.
I agree.
I'm all about Miami Vice. I'll do a daiquiri. You know, I'll do a daiquiri timeout. You know, it's but you don't drink white rum. At least has flavor. Vodka is rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, vodka never has. Unless you get a flavored vodka.
But that's injected flavor. That's not actual like texture. Like
no, I know.
Even white rum has a distinct flavor. Vodka, they're like, oh, this is good vodka. You just mean that it doesn't taste like, it doesn't burn you as much. It still has no flavor. It doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah.
You know, so like
it's just smoother.
That's it. It's just smoother, but it has no like texture to it. It's like drinking rubbing alcohol. That's it. So I just don't like vodka at all, and I have no love or adoration for it. And they also have daiquiris at Tip Top, by the way. So Tip Top, if you're out there, if you want to send us a free
yeah, I mean,
if you want to send us a free team pack, we will review every single one of them with a smile on our face.
We just did a 5-minute commercial for Tip Top with no
I fucking
zero
love
money
Tip
coming back to us. But
I will tell you right now, I love Tip Top. They give me I got a little glass from them too, like a little fucking Yeti fucking cup.
now I think I might actually buy one of those assortable packs because that sounds pretty good.
It's good for a party.
Oh,
So you don't have to sit there. So that you don't have to sit there and make people drinks.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know, like if you get the daiquiri one or the daiquiri just blended up, you get the margarita, just throw it on some ice. Like, here's your margarita. Now get it out of my face while I go back and drink whatever I was drinking.
That's actually not a bad idea.
And then you don't have to have 10 bottles.
Yeah, of each. Yeah, that's what we have in my house. I have bottles all over the place.
Half drunk bottles of stuff you're never going to drink.
Yeah, well, until the next time.
How much? I have 3 bottles of Trip Sec in my house right now. How much Trip Sec could somebody possibly need?
I have half a bottle of triple sec. The funny thing is for Christmas we hosted. So I went out, I bought like I made like chocolate martinis, vanilla chocolate martinis, I made peppermint martinis. So I have like peppermint vodka, I have vanilla liqueurs, chocolate liqueurs now. But like what
Shit you drank.
I have to wait till like next Christmas to do it again.
Dude, I had a bottle of rum that was so old in one of my cabinets that my parents left here that it had sugar in it. And the sugar fucking settled at the bottom.
Yeah.
And it left a fucking solid thing of sugar at the bottom of the bottle.
Yeah. I've seen that before looking at the bottle. So
Andrew says best white rum he's had is by Bully Boy out of Boston. What? Sir. Let me stop you right there. Saying the best rum you've had is from Boston is like saying the best scotch I've had is from Japan. You don't fucking do that, okay? Rum comes from the Caribbean. We all know this.
This is funny. Could taste the fresh botanicals about it.
Boston.
He started to like TJ with the botanicals and the
oh my god, the vanilla, the caramels, the tannins. Let's talk about the tannins. Let's move the fuck on. Let's move on real quick. That was the wrong one. Hold on. I'm sorry. We dedicated 30 minutes to hockey yesterday. Just
I was going to say
Rangers lost. Rangers lost game 1. Tomorrow's game 2. We've got to move on. Bigger and better things. The thing if you missed the show yesterday, the thing that ticked me off about Andrew. Before we move, Andrew says he's only had dark rum in the Caribbean. You need to go to the Bacardi factory, my friend.
Get some white rum.
Well, the Bacardi factory, the best they're gonna have is dark rum, but
well, no, I know, but they do
neither here nor there.
Anyway, we did a whole show about we broke down game 1. We talked about it, what Rangers did do better. Obviously, everything because they scored 0 goals and they lost the game 3-0. But
that's not true. They scored 1 goal against themselves.
He said New York rub and tug time. My cue to leave. Enjoy Jets. Well, actually, we're not. We ripped apart the Rangers yesterday.
We can't talk about the Bruins because they've already been eliminated. All right.
Yeah. So
relax. Go ahead, take it easy.
Go drink your Boston rum.
Yeah. Right. Again, my big frustration with that whole game yesterday was that they were in it until the very end, and there was not one person that played at a level that was worth admiring. There wasn't one person on the ice that you were sitting there going, wow, that guy had a hell of a fucking game.
Well, Igor, he had 1 goal.
Igor until the end,
until that boneheaded play.
Honestly, I don't think it was a boneheaded play. I just think that he just got the bad bounce. We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah, I think it did.
He threw the puck off the glass, and it seemed like it hit a seam because the angle at which he threw it, it should have gone down, and it didn't.
It just stayed.
It stayed, it came back. And I was like, wait a second. Well, it was the weirdest ricochet I've seen in a long time. But it happens. And then he got caught out of position with that. So it is what it is.
You need to ramp the intensity. Try to get more in the offensive zone. The defense wasn't that bad. Granted, the Panthers probably played more defense in the third period than they could have played offense, but they didn't really have that many chances, much more than the Rangers did.
The Rangers didn't take advantage of the opportunities they were presented with, because there were at least 2 instances where they had multiple shots on goal, literally 3 feet in front of the goal, with the goalie in all types of positions, and they still couldn't score a goal because they kept missing the net. So they need to get better with their sniping skills, okay? If I shot like them, there'd be a whole lot more terrorists in the world. Just saying.
But yeah, I don't want to go too much because we did the whole show. If you want to know more about what we feel about the Rangers, go back that Sports Podcast Network and check out the Game 1 ECF recap by me and Nick. Other than that, we have Dallas versus Edmonton today. So let's go Edmonton now.
Yeah.
They're both really good teams. It should be a good series as well. I think both should go 7, but let's hope if the Rangers play like that yesterday and the entire series is not going to go 7. But I'm hoping. I think both series go 7 no matter what.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, Rangers play better tomorrow than they did yesterday, and we can move on and enjoy hockey for a little bit longer. And that brings on to the other playoffs. You're looking at 2 heartbroken men. Listen, I'm not the biggest basketball fan in the world.
No,
but I do root for the New York Knicks. It's fucking sad, man. It sucks. And you know what it is I don't really think that the Pacers are a better team than the Knicks. The Knicks just got banged up. And that's what it came down to. The Knicks got banged up. If the Pacers got to see the T-Wolves, or T-Wolves are still in it. If the Pacers got to see the T-Wolves, any of the West Coast teams, they're going to get their asses beat.
they're not the best at executing. I don't know. I usually don't watch NBA once, my team's eliminated or whatever, but first game 1 against Boston, they had a chance. They were up 3 with the ball with 17 seconds left, and Halliburton I don't know what the hell, he just lost the ball, went out of bounds, and get right back to Boston. Boston eventually hit a 3 to tie it. They went to overtime. They lost overtime. Just execution on the Pacers. They're still a young team, but they're not. I think Boston did not play an A game, but they were still able to get a win against Pacers. So Pacers just coughed it up. So I think Boston wins that series anyway, despite what Pacers did in that game.
Where's Andrew? We're talking about Boston now. Where's Andrew?
Yeah, where is he? He just I still think they win it, and they'll be in the finals again. But I think with the who's in the West? The West is the Wolves and the
not
the
the
Wolves
Nuggets.
and the Nuggets. No, they beat the Nuggets. The Wolves.
Yeah.
Dallas Mavericks. So I think Dallas Mavericks team is very good. I like the Wolves only because Anthony Edwards is hilarious.
I was going to say I like the Wolves. I like the Wolves because A-Rod doesn't A-Rod on the Wolves.
Yeah, he does own. He's a partial owner of the Wolves, but Anthony Edwards is hilarious. Like during the game, after the game, before the game.
He's entertaining.
What's that?
He's entertaining.
Yes, exactly. And
after all, that's the point of sports.
Sports, exactly. And look at it. Like I said, injured list podcast is New York Knicks got hit with the injury bug at the worst. They really did. And I agree with you. Can't blame Coach Tibbs, and it sucks. But listen, you had everyone hurt. OG got hurt. You had Josh Hart dealing with an abdominal strain right before, in game 6 and then into game 7. Jalen Brunson breaks his hand in game 7. Just as the Knicks were making a run, I think they pulled it to 6 or 7, and he just got out of the game because he broke his hand. Now I think DiVincenzo scored almost 40 points in game 7, which is, I think, what they said was almost a record for a Knicks player. So not like they didn't show up.
The record is Brunson.
No, in game 7.
Oh, in game 7.
In game 7.
Don't fucking baseball stat me, okay? Where we're gonna fucking split hairs.
No, I'm saying it's game 7 reason why is because I just showed this.
Did you? I'm fucking looking at you. I'm not even looking down. That's our buddy Brian over at the Injured List podcast. Injured List podcast. That's our buddy Brian. Good dude. Go watch their show too. All right. They'll give you the latest and greatest, and they'll also give you the latest and greatest Twitter updates on injuries in every sport. We're not talking just one sport. We're talking every sport.
In fantasy football time, listen, because he does know.
Oh, you'll know.
He's usually pretty accurate about whether or not a guy's going to play.
Spot
So,
on.
check it out.
Spot on.
But yeah, I agree with her. I don't blame Coach Tibbs. Everyone wants to blame. Oh, the minutes are too high. Minutes too high. Guys play too much.
Well, who's going to play? Who's going to play?
People get hurt. I mean, people get
minutes
hurt.
Are too high. You only have this many people on the team, and who's going to play? If everybody's injured, the minutes are going to be high. Sorry, I don't have to tell you.
But the thing is, too, like it's just that like the NBA now, like LeBron James, they'll sit a game out just because load management. Or like Kawhi Leonard will sit a game out. Load management. Like
load management is bullshit. Is absolute bullshit.
It's just
go buy a ticket at the Garden. Go buy a ticket at the Garden to watch Jalen Brunson play and Julius Randle play, and have them not be there and be like, well, then what the fuck did I pay for my ticket?
That's the thing. That's what they started penalizing teams, or not teams of players, where if you miss a certain amount of games, you're not eligible for MVP anymore. Because LeBron would just sit out, just be like, I'm not playing.
Healthy scratches. If you're a healthy scratch, obviously, if you miss a game because you're injured.
If you're hurt, then it's different. But if you're just a healthy scratch, like I'm just going to sit down and not play because I'm tired. Like there's no excuse for that. People pay a ton of money to go see those games.
It's the Jose Reyes effect.
Imagine like LeBron James. Like if you're, let's just say, your kid's a LeBron James fan. You bring him to the Garden.
LeBron James fan. I'm gonna waterboard that.
All right, let's different. I'll do your kid's a Anthony Edwards fan. Okay. He comes to the Garden. You're paying $125 a ticket. You're getting him to see one of his favorite basketball players.
If you're lucky, you're paying $124.
Yeah, if you're lucky. Then you're playing.
How about the service fee and the convenience fee?
Yeah, I'm just saying 125 base. I'm trying to be generous here, right? But then you're still paying. You get a pizza slice for him, or in the Garden, get a drink for him.
Beer for yourself.
Get a beer for yourself. Next thing you've already spent $100 inside the stadium.
It's $400. It's easy. $400.
And then parking, if you're parking or if you're taking the bus in.
If you're parking, you're a fucking idiot. But you run the risk of getting pushed into the train station, which I think is a little bit more.
Well, yeah, we were a kid. I would drive it, but but yeah, I mean, think about how much you're paying. Then you get there and they go, Anthony Edwards, healthy scratch. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
If my kid is an Anthony Edwards fan, we're again. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm from New York. I root for New York. It's because I'm from New York. The teams that are in New York represent the town that I'm from. Like I don't root for teams from other towns because I don't fucking care about them. If
well, not saying roots for
fire, I'd be okay.
Yeah, but some people just like that guy. So I want to see that guy live. Like he's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
If he plays for my team, I hope he breaks his fucking leg.
No, I mean, I get it. Sometimes
and then Brian over at the Injured List podcast can talk about how so and so broke his leg because Nick put them a like on him.
No, but I'm trying to say, like, sometimes people. I know you're not like that, but other people are.
I know that's why America's losing.
And they want to see just a guy play. It's like, oh, I want to be able to tell the story of when my dad took me to the game to see Anthony Edwards, Hall of Famer, and then you got there and he sat because of the healthy scratch. Like that sucks. And the New York Knicks don't do that. The New York Knicks play every single day. They'll play 40 to 48
as long as they can. You know what? It's old school ball and it's admirable. It really is.
Exactly.
Now,
and that's why
there's somebody.
People want to blame him because they want to blame him because they don't do it. So they're like, oh well, if our guys are healthy because we don't do what you guys do, so it must be what you're doing.
It's whatever, man. I don't. It's just spoiled fucking athletes. That's what it comes down to. Because I saw something out there that said something that players don't want to play for Tibbs.
Well, that's the thing too. Like he got voted in the NBA players poll the least least likely to play for the coach you're least likely to play for.
Because they don't want to fucking play. They want to collect the check and sit down and do nothing.
Because he expects you to play defense. He expects you to play both sides of the ball. And a lot
of these guys play fucking basketball, like real basketball, not fucking 2024 basketball where you miss fucking 15, 20 games a year because you feel like it and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything.
And you're like James Harden, who just wants to put up 45 points and not touch anything on defense.
But you know what? Like I have a problem with it seems, and I said it on somebody's Twitter the other day. I feel like every generation in every aspect of life in America has had it easier than the previous generation since 1945, since the end of World War II.
Yeah.
It hasn't fucking done us any good. There's nothing going on that's better now in 2024 than it was 25 years ago. Like, I've been alive for the last 37 years, and it's conceivable. It's gotten worse as time has gone. Every aspect of life has gotten worse. So, like, maybe it doesn't need to be easier. All right. Easier is not leading us toward a better world in anything, in baseball, in football, in basketball, in fucking hockey. The only thing I'll say about hockey is at least nobody sits there and says like players today are better than they were 30 years ago. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I can't remember. The pads were actually bigger on the goalie. So it was, in fact, harder to score 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So, like, nobody in hockey could say it's harder now than it was then. Exactly. It's clearly easier now than it was then. So, like, everybody's like, oh, Connor McDavid, amazing. Think about how amazing Connor McDavid is. He is. And Bedard is, and he is, compared to Gretzky, where the pads were bigger and they were more violent. Think about that. Just wrap your mind around that. But the NBA, there's no defense whatsoever. Players only want to play select games. They just want to get paid millions of dollars for doing nothing. And I guess I understand that want, but at the same token, I'm a person that takes pride in what he does. And I wouldn't be okay with myself going to work, collecting a check, and doing absolutely nothing, knowing that there are things to do.
And you know what? Josh Hart said it best. I think Josh Hart embodies that Tibbs, theory of just playing hard the whole game. And he said it best. He's like, people are like, aren't you tired? You're playing 48 minutes a game. He's like, people get up at 6 a.m. in the morning to go do their jobs, whatever in the city. He's like, I'm playing a basketball game for a living. Like, I'm not tired of doing that. Those people are tired. They deserve take a break. So, Josh Hart is a man. He embodies the spirit of New York City. He embodies the Tibbs.
That's a blue collar mentality. Brian says too many stars in today's games are more concerned about their brand, hence load management. They try to extend their careers, but it comes at the sacrifice of success and the game overall. The game, it's a sacrifice of the NBA. Who was the player that was like, I'm not talking to you because you don't follow me on Instagram or you don't follow me.
You don't follow my podcast, Pat Beverly.
Yeah. Patrick Beverly's a fucking loser.
He got suspended 4 games for it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's ever playing in the NBA again, from what I hear.
Oh, I think because he was a free agent. I don't know if anyone's going to sign him.
And everybody's like, yeah, he fucking sucks. And on top of that, he's a fucking bitch.
I'm actually surprised he's been in the NBA this long.
I hope he's a better podcaster than he is a basketball player.
I'm sure he made enough money, though. But let's move on. Let's move on to the New York Yankees. Let's go.
Yes, let's do it. If I can find the there we go. So it was a day game today, getaway day today. It's crazy. This year's schedule's been very busy for the New York Yankees.
They have 9 games in 10 days on the West Coast the next 10 days, which is terrible.
So before I get into how much I hate West Coast swings.
So we won't be watching the Yankees for the next 10 days.
So the thing is,
well, you hate them so much. You missed a perfect game last year.
Which one? Domingo Germán's?
Yeah, you were sleeping. I thought you were sleeping. You were like, I woke up to a perfect game.
I'm pretty sure I saw it.
I remember because I was texting you guys.
I might have watched 7 innings of it and missed the finish. I gotta watch the video of the finish and say, like, wait, no, I saw this. But point being is that usually baseball schedule. One of the reasons I love baseball, top of being a baseball player my whole life. One of the reasons I love baseball is because the schedule is so typical. Like you know that your team will play 6 days a week, arguably. And if they're only playing 5 days, then the day off is Monday or the day off is Thursday.
Yeah.
Those are your 2 off days. Like you're not going to play a 2-game set. Not really. They used to. When interleague was a brand new thing, they used to play 2-game sets. Interleague, which was weird, but
no, they do now though because they went back to it because now they have the uneven number of teams.
No, they haven't. How they have an even number of teams? What are you talking about?
No, they moved the Astros from the National League to the American League.
So there's 15 teams in each division or each league.
Yeah, that's why you can't have interleagues every day now.
No, I got that, but there's no 2-game sets. Is my point.
No, sometimes there are though. Like the Mets, the Yankees play a 2-game set. Every year. They play 4 games a year.
Are you sure it's 2 games?
Yeah, they don't play the 6 anymore. That's why I hate it. They used to do 6 games. Now they only do 4. They play every year, the Yankees Mets, but they only play 2 games per year.
That's weird.
In each stadium. That's it.
So the Yankees have had a weird, like, they played Monday this week, which I was like, okay, they're playing Monday. Right on. So they must be off on Thursday. That was my mindset.
No.
And then today they play at 12:30. By the way, the start times are determined by the home team.
Yeah, I don't know why they pick 12:30.
And the home teams are really picking some weird ass start times.
12:30 is
in
a weird
comparison to what would have previously been going on.
Well, I guess because they were leaving to the West Coast, I guess they want to get.
What does 30 minutes do?
I don't know. It's just stupid. I know. It's so stupid, but no, I know what you're saying.
You have a private jet. You have a private jet. What does 30 minutes do? I was really surprised that the game today started at 12:30 instead of 1 o'clock. I was like, what did that do? What did that achieve?
It was a weird start time because I remember getting in my car from work and it was 1 o'clock. I was like, oh, I'll put the Yankee game on because I knew it was the afternoon game. And it was the third and they wouldn't do nothing. I was like, what the hell's going on? They're like 9 up and 9 down for Luis Heel. I'm like, wait, what? It's already the third?
And that's my point, is that it's just kind of bizarre. It's a weird circumstance.
Yeah, good thing they got that 30 minutes to send that out to the West Coast.
Yeah, seriously. Tomorrow's game against the Padres starts at 9:40.
It's such a weird start time.
Like when back in the day when TBS used to be 5 minutes off of every other network.
7:35.
Everything started at 7:05, 7:35.
Yeah, it was so strange. It's really what it is. And the Padres are like the Yankees West now. You have Michael King out there. You have Wandy Peralta. Yeah, you do.
Oh, in terms of like they have our players.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought you meant like the Yankees West, like they win because they don't.
No, they don't win. But they have like Wandy, who I miss. They have Tyler Wade's out there, I think. Michael King. Obviously, Michael King was part of the Soto trade.
Yeah,
that's the reason why. There's a lot of players from the Soto trade, and then plus they signed a free agent.
Juan Soto is arguably the best player in the American League right now.
Yeah. He is definitely
that guy. And here's the deal. Like Hal Steinbrenner came out and said that we have to lower payroll because, we're not making enough money.
After a week after saying he wanted to sign Juan Soto to an extension.
He must have talked to Boris, and Boris was like, yeah, no. Give him $500 million. Give him $500 million and we'll talk.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so I hate Hal. just to say that.
I hate Hal. I hate Scott Boris too.
Yeah, I'm on either side of them. But you got to do something. Juan Soto cannot be leaving the Bronx. If you let him come into your team, make a trade like that, and then let him walk, it's the dumbest thing they could possibly.
The craziest thing to me is he seems like he's loving it so much.
Yeah, he does love it.
I mean, and I can't speak for whatever was happening when he was in San Diego, because I didn't watch their games because they play on the West Coast and I'm sleeping by the time they throw the first pitch. So I don't know if he's seen that happy playing for the Padres. He very well may have. I don't know. He might just love playing baseball overall and he'll be happy no matter what he's doing. I don't know. Yeah. But damn, it really seems like he's enjoying the pinstripes. He's enjoying the attention. It's like, because obviously New York's going to have a bigger media a larger media presence than what San Diego has. And that's not a denigration against San Diego, or I'm not trying to hurt San Diegans' feelings. It's just, Ron Burgundy is a huge hero of mine. It's just that the media in New York runs the East Coast.
Yeah, no, I agree.
East Coast runs the United States. It does, because Washington, D.C. is on the East Coast, just so you know. And then on top of that, the United States kind of runs the world. So, like, New York media is kind of a big fucking deal.
It is. It definitely is. And I think he's definitely enjoying it here. I think Hal's just an idiot trying to say something like that. And if you want to lower your payroll, then start lowering prices. If your team's not going to be winning, I'm not going to be paying those prices for beers.
And then look, if you're a Yankee fan and you're on the side of Hal Steinbrenner, I want you to do yourself a favor, do me a favor, do the whole world a favor. If you're on the side of Hal Steinbrenner, I need you to go back and look at 2010's payroll. Okay? 2010, look at the payroll. Then look at the payroll for this year. look at the overall value of the New York Yankees from 2010. Look at the value in 2024. And then I want you to calculate inflation. And I need everybody to understand that the Yankees are like, I want to say 7 times more valuable than they were almost 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So they're worth $7 billion now. They were worth $1.2 billion in 2010. Payroll was 1/10 of their value back then. It is not 1/10 of their value in 2024.
No.
So please explain what happened. It doesn't make sense because usually, even with inflation, things move up together, right? So if my business is worth more, my cost of operation is worth more. But their cost of operation is not more, but their business is worth more. So I don't want to hear that the SS Chicken Bucket, he can't buy a third yacht and name it the SS Chicken Bucket 12. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care about Hal Steinbrenner and his bullshit. Because if you go to Yankee Stadium, a good chunk of the fucking concession stands are closed.
Yeah.
Pretty regularly. So they're not employing more people.
No.
You know what they're doing? They're giving more money to their executives. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
I think it's too like, but whatever.
I mean, I with him, he's talking about how, we can't sustain living like or playing baseball this way, and so it's like they're making so much money and they're worth so much. If you don't want to deal with it, sell to the goddamn team, take your money and walk, and get an owner who wants to
$7 billion. Fucking Bezos will buy that shit.
Yeah, him and Elon Musk could team up together and make buy the Yankees.
You know what the deal is with the Yankees and their management? His father was not only the manager, the owner of the Yankees. His father owned other things. So the Yankees were his plaything.
Mm-hmm.
He was a billionaire because of other things that he was a shipping mogul. And he was a billionaire because of that. And he owned the Yankees on the side as a side hustle. Like that, like the Rooney's own the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, they own
I'm pretty sure that's not the only enterprise they're involved in.
No, I don't think so.
Is it the Rooney's or the Rooney's own? Yeah,
no, the Rooney's on the Steelers. Yeah,
right. I'm pretty sure the Steelers, like the Rooney's, married into the Hines family.
Though, yeah, because of Heinz Field.
I think. Don't get me wrong. I don't.
Well, Robert Kraft is from Kraft Mac and Cheese.
Woody Johnson, Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah.
These sports teams are their playthings.
Yeah,
The problem with Hal Steinbrenner is that the Yankees are the only enterprise involved in.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the most profitable enterprise. So he's trying to penny pinch that. It is like Steve Cohen. He doesn't only own the Mets. He's got other businesses that he's involved in.
Yeah.
So when it's your only enterprise, then you need to squeeze every penny in that enterprise to make money because you've got nothing else. And that's Hal Steinbrenner in 2024.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I do want to say the Yankees losing the first 2 games against Seattle. Seattle's a very good team this year. They're a good team. They're a team you're probably going to see in the playoffs if you make it that far. Losing that game 1 of the series, the way they did, giving up 4 runs in the top of the 9th and then losing 5-4. And then losing the next day again. And then to take the last 2 games, I think it's pretty important to show that they could play well against, big teams.
Luis Castillo today.
Yeah, Luis Castillo. They scored 5 runs today. I mean, obviously not all off of
Luis Castillo. No, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and try and say that the Seattle Mariners have a prodigious lineup. They don't. But Julio Rodriguez, I think he had 4 strikeouts today.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're still good. I mean, Seattle's still a good team, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they're a very good team. They're very good.
And then for people talking about the Yankees, the Yankees are just beating up on crappier teams. But now you're seeing the Yankees have they have a winning record against teams that are above 500 right now, and it's kind of like that was a good measuring stick for the Yankees this week. I think to show they could split after losing that tough one in game 1 and then losing game 2, and they come back and winning 3 and 4. I think it just shows that they have some sort of toughness and some bounce back to them.
I saw something about the Phillies. Oh, they've only won 3 games against teams above 500. I think that's a terrible stat until you go to the end of the year. When you get to the end of the year, and I'm not a Phillies fan by any stretch of the imagination. But at the end of the year, the teams that they've only won 3 games against 500, at the end of the year, you might have won 50 games against teams that are 500. They're not 500 today. Yeah, they may have been 500 at the time that they played them, and the Phillies are the ones that put them under 500.
Yeah, that's true.
And they may be 500 at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So like that concept of like, oh, the Yankees play well against teams. Those teams could be bums at the end of the year. You never know. Like,
I mean, the Yankees swept the Astros in 4 games. They're on their 500 now, but at the end of the year, you could take that win, those 4 wins, and put it. Oh, the Yankees are good against teams above 500. If the Astros get to above 500,
yeah,
it's a different thing. You know what I mean?
And it's a different team at that point.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I just want to say the Peacock released a documentary with the 1990 Yankees. If you haven't had time to watch it yet, check it out. It's actually really interesting about how crazy the 1990 Yankees were. I'm talking about not like 1990s. I'm talking about just the 1990 team,
like 1990, the year. And
the 90 Yankees. Just that one season, they had Mel Hall dating a girl in high school. They had
Pete Rose called. He wants his fucking girlfriend back.
Dude, it's insane. They had who else was there? They had this free agent pitcher who gets suspended for using cocaine.
That's not fair. The entire 1986 Mets team used cocaine.
Yeah, but he got caught, this guy.
Keith Hernandez, Dwight Gooden, and fucking Darryl Strawberry were sniffing the fucking foul lines thinking it was coke.
And then out of that 1990s, the year George Steinbrenner gets banned from baseball.
For fucking spying on fucking Dave Winfield, a Hall of Famer who should have his number retired by the New York Yankees.
Yeah, he hated Dave Winfield. They talk about that as well in the documentary, but check it out. They talk about that and then how that suspension or ban for George Steinbrenner actually leads the Yankees dynasty, pretty much.
It absolutely does, because he gets less involved with the team, and Stick Michael develops an amazing fucking franchise for about 5 years until George Steinbrenner's reinstated. We're running out of time here because somebody was late. Talk about the Mets right quick. They suck. That's all I got to say about the Mets.
They need to trade everyone, and they're not gonna get anything worth of value for Pete Alonso. They should have traded him in the offseason, man. That was a dumb move.
Mets right now are 21-28. There was an article today about when teams should rebuild, because it seems like nobody does that anymore. And they listed a couple of teams that should rebuild, and some of them were the Boston Red Sox should rebuild. They are 2 games over 500, but that's not Boston. I'm sorry. Listen, I hate the Boston Red Sox, but I have respect for their existence, despite them having a fucking racist ass owner in a racist ass city. I have respect for their franchise as far as playing baseball.
So Andrew, we're talking Boston again,
right? But the Mets, the Red Sox should definitely rebuild. The fucking Angels they need to convince Mike Trout to take a trade and get something for him.
Yeah, I mean, that's just
I don't know. I don't think they can, but they should, because Mike Trout, I don't think he'll ever say okay to a trade. He likes playing in anonymity on a team that doesn't win, because winning would give you attention on a national base, and he doesn't want that. He wants to be under the radar, going to the mall. Nobody knows who he is. Everybody leaves him alone.
Is he hurt again? I think he got hurt again.
Yes, he is.
So you can't trade him.
At this point, he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, he just gets his money. He is one of the best players in baseball, but he just doesn't play, and he plays in LA, and not even in a good LA team.
But we'll catch you again next week. We'll catch you again actually tomorrow after the Rangers game. Right. So catch that show, and we'll catch you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Please like, subscribe, click that like button, and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. Come back to us next week. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. We're the Scoreboard Addicts podcast. Catch us. Peace.